we're using or relying on to get in to qualify.
A great view of our broadcast.
Hey, Kevin. Trae Young said when he was growing up.
Thanks, D.A. Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3 spot. And for Atlanta, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low. Young off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
He has adapted a way to use his body to shield defenders that's bigger than him. Trae Young finishing through contact.
And the second season for Trae Young, just unreal. Pulling off amazing performances at such a young age. Greg, just how good do you think he can be?
You know, Kevin, Young will be viewed as a top point guard in this league for a long time. When it's all said and done, might be one of the best point guards in league history. Certainly is on his way to being one of the best shooters to ever play.
Good on the triple. Young's got 5 now.
He's calm, he's confident. Young has that it factor.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Here's Westbrook. Banked in off the glass.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Young passes to Collins. Back to Young. The tray. They get it back. Changes up. Collins trying to break free. And Capella with a nice bucket inside.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
And it's Harden with the ball for Houston. It's a 5-point game. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And the jam by Harden.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Young, right side, to the middle, over to the left wing. Here's Herter. Here's Capella.
Great initiative from Capella there, seeing an opportunity to score and getting the D to act.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws of the game.
And last season for Capella wasn't that easy. Had his year cut short to injury, never got the chance to suit up with his new team in the Hawks.
Gordon's checked in for Danuel House. And Westbrook, here we go. And the dunk by Westbrook.
And the explosiveness, incredible. I mean, Westbrook just taking off like a rocket towards the rim on these drives.
Now, here is Young. He's got 5. Over to the wing. From deep three-point range, the shot, no good.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Harden can't hit. And with Capella and the Hawks, both are excited for this season.
And on paper, Capella seems like a great fit. Can finish inside, pairs well with John Collins and Trae Young, and Capella could be the difference maker to get this team back in the playoffs.
Harden can't hit. The Hawks leading by 5. Young outside. From deep. Eric Gordon with the rebound. Rockets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. A putback. Atlanta's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Houston with a big group substitution here. Green, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Damari Carroll comes in for Robert Covington. McLemore's checked in for James Harden. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Rivers kicks to Gordon. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You have to be very careful when you're guarding Gordon. He's adept at putting pressure on the defense.
Both shots good from the stripe. Now T. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Bembry. Inside, here's Jones. The pass to Dedmon. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Rockets trail by 5. 26 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to McLemore. Dedmon with the block.
The 7'4" wingspan of Dedmon, hard to get your shot over that.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Hawks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. It's Rivers on the wing. Off target at the rim.
He liked to have that one back. That's easy money.
And so it's Atlanta with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And against one of the toughest offensive players in the league, they've been... Naturally a ball-dominant player. James Harden talked to us.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. Of course, I'm playing off.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yes, you know this, GA. Back in our day, and any day really, if you don't block out somebody, you will sit down.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Atlanta, we've got Teague. Reddish out there with Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Fernando in at the power forward.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Dedmon passes to Fernando. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. They get it again. The kick out to Teague. Hits it from three-point range.
If you give Teague enough room out there beyond the arc, he won't hesitate to make you pay.
Now here's McLemore. He's tightly guarded. Dishes it to Green. And it's Green with the jam.
Skying high, one of his advantages as a undersized forward.
And Teague's got the ball here for the Atlanta Hawks. 3-point lead. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Dedmon passes to Fernando. Shot clock at 6. Teague can't hit. Rockets trail by 3. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Clint Capella is a 7-footer in track shoes. He said, I always try to have that pace. Whenever I sprint, I have an impact on the offense. I try to focus on that and keep my energy up. Guys, guards love big men who run the floor as hard as Capella. Back to you.
He is indeed, David, very athletic. Thanks.
There's the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
Well, many question the selection of Reddish in the draft. Pundits thought he had red flags. But, Greg, he developed nicely over his first season in the league.
You know, Reddish caught up to the speed of the NBA, found his shot, and started to play with confidence. Sometimes it takes a little time for young guys to adjust.
Bobbed up there for Green, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. T kicks to Reddish. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's McLemore, and McLemore slams it in.
I mean, wonderful court vision. Sometimes Rivers gets locked in to finding his own shot. This time, finds the open man.
And Teague, here we go. And yes, it's good. Teague's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
Especially given the height disadvantage. I love the way he created space for his shot.
Green draws the double. It's stolen by Teague. Here's Fernando. Carroll covering. Bembry kicks to Reddish. Here's Dedmon. Got it. Good job in the low post. And now it's a 3-point Hawks lead.
The toughness of Dedmon showing up again, making the extra effort play. Finishes.
Whoa, hammering it in.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Triple from the wing. House has got the lead up to 2 now for the Rockets.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
And I love that Teague didn't slow up when he got inside and went right in and drew the foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And I know he was pleased with his foul shooting last year. How about 87% from the line?
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Collins comes in for Bruno Fernando. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Reddish. And Trae Young subbed in for Bembry. Tucker the pass to Covington. Collins with some nice D. Pass break here. Here come the Hawks. Here's Teague. Off target from the baseline. The shot off that time. So a tie game here as we finish the first half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and a star in his role. Clint Capella. And
we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's getting it done is Jeff Green.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the small forward position. Houston needs to get a shot off. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Young looking it over. Passes it to Capella. Right wing. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. From deep three-point range, tips it, and it's put back up and in by Capella. Capella's got 6.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
But not every point guard can give you that, the ability to finish with that level of authority.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Here's Herter. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Young, no good.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half. And the amount of pressure that Trae Young puts on a defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, Trae Young is the type of player that could lead this league in scoring and in assists. And also possibly could do it in the same season. For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he handles it.
Herter passes to Capella, and it goes down 2 points. Capella's got 4 this quarter.
Nice look from Kevin. Intelligent and unselfish.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. No good from outside.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Stolen by Harden. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Westbrook's got the lead up to 4 now for Houston.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
To the inside. Stolen by Tucker. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And the jam by Harden.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Collins passes to Herter. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. It's Harden with the drive, and the jam by Harden.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Here's Young, and he banks in the layup. Young's got 7 points.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Harden's shot is off.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Rockets leading by 4. Covington into the lane. Harden outside. Back to Covington. Here is House, defended by Young. House kicks to Westbrook. Double team on Westbrook. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Damian Jones is checked in for Atlanta. Reddish comes in for Kevin Herter. And a switch here also for Houston. Gordon's checked in. And Young, here we go. Jones, no luck. The Rockets have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Harden, no good. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. Bembry's checked in for Atlanta. And a switch here also for Houston. McLemore's checked in for James Harden. Young, no good.
Missed opportunity, wide open for mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Collins against Westbrook. 8 feet away. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. Westbrook's got 8 points in the quarter.
Talk about making halftime adjustments. You love what they're doing with him now offensively.
Young outside. Pass to Reddish. Back to Young. Shoots the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Young's got 10 points in the game.
This is Young's game. Ready to fire as soon as he touches it.
Here's Westbrook. High shot from 10 feet out. And the Rockets lead by 5.
The offense was firing on all cylinders, and that's the exact kind of shot they wanted.
Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for Houston. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Reddish out there with Trae Young. And it's Jones in at the center. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. And the basket by Gordon.
I mean, that's a good job working the ball inside and getting a quality shot.
Jones against Gordon. Young way outside. Kept alive by Atlanta. Jones the pass to Young. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
All about converting your opportunities. He just hit his second 3 of this half. 3rd of the night.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Tucker.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Young dishes to Reddish. Jones kicks to Young. He feeds it to Reddish. Shoots over Tucker. And Covington sends it back. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Jones. Fourth quarter still Young, just over a minute play. Westbrook scanning the floor and finished off by Westbrook.
And you have to love how hard Westbrook goes. It's what allows him to take over games like this.
Young against Westbrook. Out to the wing. There's the triple. And Young with the basket on the assist by Collins.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
In the corner, it's Westbrook. 5 on the clock. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Reddish. Houston also making some changes. Daniel House is checked in for Gordon. And it's Harden in for McLemore. Young left side. Collins passes to Jones. Westbrook with the nice D there. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Rockets. It's a 3-point game.
Right there, the length of Collins proving to be the difference. Not in my house, he says.
And the Hawks making a change here. Capella's checked in. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
A much different player here in the second half. He's taken advantage of what the defense allows.
Atlanta's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Young dishes to Capella. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Now the pass to Huerter. The Hawks again can't hit.
Low percentage shot from long range. Terrible decision, especially when you still have a chance to win this. He can do incredible things. He can also help you win by simply being reliable.
Feeds it to Capella. In the corner, Huerter with it. Young outside, from deep, connects from 3-point range. Young's got 14 points here in the second half.
Never afraid to take the big shot. Trae Young, we have to call you Mr. Young.
And Westbrook throws it down.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
And the dunk by Capella.
And this is the chemistry Capella has with his guys. Exceptional at feeling when to go for alley-oops.
Harden surveying the D. And Capella sends it back. Collins kicks to Capella. Pass to Young. The three. Another three for Atlanta.
And the three-point shot really has been their best friend here tonight.
He's been huge from deep. That's where he's done most of his damage. And if they need another three, he'll be the guy.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Here's Young. Capella trying to free himself up. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Fearless. I mean, we haven't seen many like Russ. Guys who crave the biggest moments. You want someone like that on your team.
And it's Capella missing. The Rockets have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. And finished off by Westbrook.
And there's the ferociousness. Got to enjoy Westbrook taking flight and slamming it down there with authority.
Pass to Hunter. Here's Herter. Young left side. Capella. And it's put back up and in by Capella.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? The three from Harden makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
And there's the call on John Collins. That's his first foul. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Here's Westbrook. That one goes in. Westbrook's got the lead up to 11 now for the Rockets.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
So we see the Rockets get the win here. They came in here and took care of business. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
The main one was Steph Curry. Pink Diamond Steph Curry. That card, if I'll be honest with you, he probably averaged at least 50 points a game during qualifiers. Like, he was going crazy.
Houston, Texas. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports Payday.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Murray in at the point. And for Houston, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. PJ Tucker is out there with Robert Covington. And it's House in at the 3. Millsap misses. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. Here's Harden. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook.
Well, Westbrook keeping his options open on that possession, doesn't force the shot, and finds a man breaking free.
Murray kicks to Barton. Passes to Millsap. Stolen by Harden. Here we go, one-on-one. And Harden with the stuff.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Now here is Harris. Back to Murray. Lock at 6. Barton kicks to Harris. It's tipped. Murray, the pass to Jokic. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. First quarter, just over a minute played. Now Westbrook. The pass to House. There's the 3. Barton with the rebound.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Harris. Westbrook with the nice D there. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Shoots over Barton. Almost, but it rolls out.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Down low. Millsap dishes to Barton. Poked away. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And the jam by Harden.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. Here is House. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Westbrook. Harden's got 8 points.
This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on D.
On the way, Harris. Defended by Covington. And it's the Rockets on the break. A finish. And Harden with the stuff.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. You know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges means that he'll be great in TV Center. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Back to Murray. The Nuggets moving the ball around. The kick out to Barton. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
What's Jokic, like 6'10" out there? Not many defenders are going to be able to match up with that kind of size.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Millsap. Michael Porter comes in for Barton. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Gary Harris. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Now here's Rivers. Dishes it to Green. Kicks it out to Gordon. In the corner, it's McLemore. Drills the three-pointer.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Back to Morris. Pass to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
Gordon against Porter. Now here's Carroll. Defense is right there. Gordon kicks to Rivers. 4 on the clock. Carroll with it. And the 3 off target. Morris inside. Great D that time from Green. James Harden getting it done for the Houston Rockets. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we caught it before.
Southwest, I mean, you need to look your...
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Just playing some real gritty defense right now, just getting up in bodies and forcing a lot of turnovers.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Houston, Rivers and Gordon make the backcourt. Jamari Carroll is out there with Green, and it's McLemore at the small forward. And it's the Nuggets with the ball, following the score by Houston. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Gordon's running. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Now here's Rivers. He's guarded closely. In the corner, it's McLemore. Offline with his 3. The Nuggets trail by 10. Porter finds Grant to the left wing. Plumlee, the pass to Morris. Here is Porter. And the layup's good off the glass. Porter's got it back down to within single digits for Denver.
And Grant with a nice heads-up play, willing to make the next pass.
Now here's Rivers. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. To the paint. Carroll kicks to McLemore. Porter against Gordon. Houston needs to get a shot. Green breaking loose. Rivers can't get it to go. And so Grant will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Plumlee, and he makes that one.
Well, for people who question some toughness and determination, Plumlee showing off that he can finish through contact and growing in both of those areas.
On the wing, Porter, guarded by McLemore. It's Carroll on the wing. Here's Rivers. No good on that one. And Denver the other way now. Here's Plumlee. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Now just a 4-point Rocket lead.
For his career, more than 3/4 of Plumlee's basket have come within 3 feet of the rim, so you know he's going to take it inside.
Rivers passes to Green. We've got 1:55 left now here in the second. Rivers dishes to Gordon. And there's the foul. It's on Torrey Craig. That is his first foul of the game. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. Russell Westbrook comes in for Rivers. And finished off by Westbrook.
Well, just another foray into the paint by Westbrook. There's way too much speed to keep up with him.
Murray outside. Launches a three. It's rebounded by McLemore. Rockets leading by 6. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist from McLemore. Westbrook's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He made a great decision there to push the basketball up. Excellent teamwork.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here for the Rockets. Robert Covington's checked in for DeMarre Carroll. Daniel House comes in for Eric Gordon. And James Harden has subbed in for Ben McLemore. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. Rockets on defense. Only given up 6 here in this quarter.
3 turnovers in the quarter alone. A bad stretch, and they can't win this game without better play from him. An agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Michael Porter Jr. being drafted was a bit of a high risk, high reward due to the fact that physically he needed to come a long way to be consistent in the NBA. We may be seeing signs that it's going to pay off with huge dividends.
Westbrook feeling it out a bit. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Murray outside. There's 31 seconds left in the first half. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got 7 points.
Yeah, Jokic is not the quickest guy off the floor, but he uses his body well and great timing to get the offensive rebound.
Harden up top. He's covered by Murray. Harden outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Harden's got 5 points in the quarter.
I mean, there's just no limit to Harden's range. Even from way downtown, this guy is a threat to score.
And we've reached halftime in this one.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every. James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 17 points. And
with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. At the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. It's his first trip to the line. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Here is Harden following the basket by Jokic. A shot by Harden, wide open. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Harris kicks to Jokic. Again, the Nuggets score.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. young player already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man, Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Westbrook with it. Picked up by Harris. Back to Westbrook. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Great block from Millsap, sending that one back.
The drive by Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Well, here's the problem. He's shooting the lights out, but they're still behind. They need another guy to step up.
Westbrook dishes to Tucker. Misses from close range.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Harris passes to Millsap. Denver passing it around. Here's Jokic. Rebounded by Covington.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite-level passer.
And the jam by Harden.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And now Westbrook pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the dunk by Westbrook.
I mean, just a terror in transition is Russell Westbrook exploding past the defense with that speed.
Murray dishes to Harris. Stolen by Tucker. Harden against Barton. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop. And the Rockets lead by 15.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
And it's sent back by Jokic.
Yeah, you like when Jokic is this active on the defensive end. More blocks, please.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here is House. Westbrook drives in, and the dunk by Westbrook.
Man, shot out of a cannon. Westbrook so quick on the dribble drive. Defenders with no way of getting over there fast enough to stop him.
Now here's Murray to halt the run. Barton the bounce pass. Millsap kicks to Barton. 6 on the shot clock. Millsap passes to Jokic. Yep, that one goes. And that's 15 points for Jokic.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Passes it to Harden from downtown. Denver grabs the miss. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Stolen by Harden. Oh, Covington in position. Jokic with the steal. Harris inside, guarded by Harden. Harris's shot is off. There's the feed to Tucker. And here's Harden for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Harden's got 24 points.
And defensively, you got to respect Harden's ability to drive. That just makes him exponentially more difficult to guard out at the line.
And so it's Houston with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Rivers and Gordon make the backcourt. Jamari Carroll is out there with McLemore. And it's Green in its center. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Rivers against Morris. To the inside. Plumlee, no luck. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And here's McLemore. To the middle. The pass to Rivers. Just 5 to shoot. In the corner, it's Gordon. From outside, off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 18. Porter with it. Now Green defending. Here's Morris. The second chance effort. Plumlee. The rebound by Jeff Green. The Rockets shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor. Hitting at all cylinders. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Plumlee with the steal. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Here's Craig. He feeds it to Plumlee. Great tee that time from Green. Rockets leading by 18. Here's Gordon. Kicks it to Carroll. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. So for the Rockets, P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Green. Robert Covington comes in for Damari Carroll. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Austin Rivers. And Denver also making a switch. Harris is checked in. Gordon with no one around. And a miss there on the triple.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Grant, that's good.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, the buckets have been few and far between, and neither team able to get into any sort of offensive rhythm.
Now here's Westbrook. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them. Greg, we see defenses continually adjusting. Analytics favoring threes and dunks. Which teams do you think are toughest to score on at the rim?
You know, it's funny that you think defense in today's era, but if you look at the two teams that were the best in their respective conferences last season, they're the two teams I think protect the rim the best. Milwaukee with Giannis and the Lopez crew, and then obviously AD and LA with the Lakers. Those teams have the versatility on their front line to be able to defend the three and also protect the rim.
I think you've nailed it. Stolen by Tucker. Now here's McLemore, guarded by Porter, stolen by Grant. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Porter's running, poked loose. Westbrook with it, now guarded by Porter. Inside, Gordon. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Grant, the kick out to Porter. A minute 50 left in the fourth. No good that time. Rockets leading by 18. And finished off by Westbrook.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Now here's McLemore, following the miss by Gary Harris. And Westbrook throws it down.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Houston.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for James Harden.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Here's Craig following the score by Houston. Chandler with the steal. And now we've got the intentional foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
1:03 left in the fourth quarter. Double team on Westbrook. He kicks to Mba Amute. Pass to Chandler. And here's Rivers. 6 to shoot. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
I think it's been kind of cool to watch Austin Rivers play under his dad, Doc, a shifty combo guard with fantastic skills.
Rivers hits both of them. There's 47 seconds left to play in the final quarter. At the top of the key, Plumlee. Outside for Murray. There's Porter with the three. Here's Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
Right side, Westbrook. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
The shot's good from Plumlee.
Well, any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
On the wing, Cephalosha. Pass to Westbrook. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but...
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
You know, but the lineup I ran was Pink Diamond Steph Curry, Pink Diamond Dominique Wilkins. Love that card, by the way. The Diamond Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then we had Draymond Green and I want to say it was George Mikan at center. So we had a pretty nice lineup there. Just more about just causing turnovers and giving Curry the ball.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herter make up the back. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Denver, the backcourt is Murray and Harris. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Barton in at the 3 slot. Now here's Murray. He dishes it to Harris. Murray, the pass to Harris. Shot clock at 5. Harris draws the double. Millsap misses. Here's the Hawks with the ball. Outside Collins. Pass to Capella. An easy 2 points on the layup.
I love what Capella brings to the game. Tough, physical, strong, relentless. Got to respect what he does on these contact finishes.
Now here's Millsap over Collins. Millsap passes to Jokic. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Young for 3. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
He's smart at using the screen there to just create space. Young, very reliable in that pick and roll.
Now here's Barton. Defense right on him. Millsap kicks to Barton. Shoots. Millsap trying to get open. Rebounded by Capella.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Collins in the post. Jokic defending. Jokic with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Harris, no good.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this, Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
Here's Barton after Clint Capella's bucket.
You know, one of the things that's fun to watch, guys, is the evolution of a player, and Barton has really evolved into a solid player. Even though he was a second-round pick, he's come a long way.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Michael Porter comes in for Jamal Murray. And it's Torrey Craig in for Harris. Atlanta also making some changes here. Reddish, he's checked in for Hunter. And DeAndre Bembry subbed in for Kevin Herter. Passes it to Bembry. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. And the Nuggets making a change here. Morris is checked in. And then for Atlanta, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Clint Capella. Damian Jones comes in for Collins. And it's Teague in for Trae Young.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Plumlee, he's checked in for Denver. Jeremy Grant comes in for Paul Millsap. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Well, wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. That is his first foul of the game. The Nuggets trail by 7. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Morris into the lane. Craig passes to Porter. Plumlee with it. Here's Craig.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
So it's Denver now, after the basket by Atlanta. Plumlee in the post. Dedmon's there. Just 5 on the clock. Craig passes to Plumlee. Dedmon with the block. Jones dishes to Reddish. The feed to Dedmon. Over in the corner, Reddish. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pass to Morris. Here's Craig, and it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Atlanta. Here's Morris. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Dedmon with the block, but they recover it. Here's Grant, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Teague against Morris. And Teague, here we go. Shots good by Dedmon.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Right side, Porter. They swipe it. All alone, and it's slammed in by Teague.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. The Hawks on top. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team's
the mentality of how we play, how we move.
Greg sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Hawks.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So out there for the Nuggets right now, the backcourt is Murray and Harris. Porter is out there with Grant, and it's Plumlee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And the Nuggets with some changes. Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Millsap comes in for Grant, and Barton subbed in for Porter. And then for Atlanta, John Collins, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Kevin Huerter comes in for Reddish. And Trae Young subbed in for Jeff Teague. Here's Young. Up and in on the layup. Young's got 5 now.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
Up again. It's good on the putback.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And Jokic slams it in.
You can't afford to lose sight of Jokic, not even for a second. This guy's always a threat to hurt you on the offensive boards.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape, and boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Again, Young missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Martin from outside. The shot, no good. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
To the wing on the left. Down low. Jokic with the steal. Murray finds Harris. And here's Millsap. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 3 assists now in this one.
And, you know, this is where Millsap excels. I mean, a great interior score. He has the size and touch to pulverize defense.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Here's Hunter. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And there's the pass to Jokic. Millsap left side. And he uses the glass on the layup. Millsap's got 6 here in this quarter.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Young dishes to Collins. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And that's the advantage of having a lead guard who can both pass and shoot. Young draws attention, then takes advantage of a poor rotation defensively.
Now here's Murray. To the paint, the kick out to Barton. And stolen by Hunter. Fast break, the Hawks. Young's running. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here are the Nuggets now. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Jokic. The shot's good. Jokic has got 8 points.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
Harris against Young. Young is double. Pass to Hunter. Clock at 6. From outside the arc. And Trae Young hits from deep. 10 points for him.
And this is why Young is so dangerous. He just gets that shot off so fast before the defense.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. Atlanta had no problems getting going. Their energy offensively and defensively. That's all for now. Say goodbye.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Checking out the group for Lloyd Pierce to start the second half. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Clint Capella is out there with Collins, and it's Young in at the 1. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
And there's the call on Kevin Herter. That is his first foul of the game. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Reddish, he's checked in for Kevin Herter.
Well, doing a little bit of everything. Millsap terrific at moving the ball, sensing when a teammate has a good look. It doesn't stick with him.
And the foul on Will Barton. That's his first foul. Atlanta making some changes. Damian Jones is checked in for Collins. DeAndre Bembry comes in for DeAndre Hunter. And it's Teague in for Young. Capella kicks to Jones. Passes to Teague. A 3-ball. And the call will be against Damian Jones. That is his first foul of the game. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Nuggets. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Pass to Jokic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Clint Capella.
Well, I love how crafty Jokic is. You know, he basically baits defenders into committing the foul once he gets deep position.
And Jokic drops them both.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
And Teague, here we go. And the layup falls. Teague's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And there's no slowing down Jeff Teague on the drive. An expert at getting his shot past tight defense.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. And the pass to Bembry. The Hawks working the ball around. Teague, the pass to Capella. Back to Teague. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Big group substitution here for Denver. Plumlee, he's checked in for Millsap. Michael Porter comes in for Barton. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Harris. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Hawks. Jokic, Dedmon with the block. And that'll be Denver as it goes out of bounds. Nuggets retain possession. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Hawks leading by 8. They get a hand on it. Pass to Jones. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Dedmon dishes to Reddish. Back to Dedmon. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Reddish kicks to Bembry. Shot clock at 6. And trying to get it to go, even with the contact, but no good. And he'll try to pick up 2 at the free throw line coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Nikola Jokic. The Nuggets trail by 10. Up top, Morris. No points in the game yet for him. And that one, good.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear, it's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Passes it to Reddish. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Plumlee with some nice D.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They've brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take them to another level for sure.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
Jones, the pass to Dedmon. Jones controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Hawks lead by 6.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fella.
Here's Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
T kicks to Jones. Porter with the steal. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And the offense starting to click for them this half. They've raised that field goal percentage quite a bit since the break.
Teague, the pass to Jones. Stolen by Grant. The Nuggets another fast break chance right here. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
And, guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
Young way outside. Can't connect.
Boy, the determination on defense is pretty impressive for Murray. Really doing his best to pester the...
Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And we'll be back right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. Jeremy Grant is out there with Paul Millsap. And it's Murray in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Grant, a miss that time, would have put him up.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Collins.
Man, I like his activity level. You think about it, the defense has to resort to fouling him sometimes to prevent him from scoring.
And so he hits both.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
That's exactly how you do it. Defender pressing up on you, you press right back.
And stolen by Barton. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. And it's Murray with the jam.
With the long arms that Barton has, he's an exceptional defender, and I think he does a nice job picking and choosing his spots to take chances.
Feeds it to Capella. Stolen by Grant. Here's Barton. That's tipped. And now here comes Collins leading the break. The Hawks working the ball around. It's Young on the wing. He's covered by Murray. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Nuggets. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. In the corner, it's Harris. Fires from deep. It's good from long range. Harris has got the lead up to 7 now for the Nuggets.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
You know, a stellar floor general. Young has that uncanny ability to find his guys at the right time.
Denver making a switch here. Jokic is checked in. The Nuggets leading by 5 to the right side. Murray dishes to Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Harris has got 5 points in the quarter.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Yeah, it's not a surprise then to see them out in front the way they've been efficient offensively in this half and actually throughout the entire game.
And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Young passes to Capella. Collins wide open. He fires to the middle. 6 on the shot clock. To the inside. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And pressure doesn't get to Collins. Baskets like that prove how locked in he is.
And Murray, here we go.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Inside, and the dunk by Capella.
So good to see the role players stepping up in big moments. That's a big basket for Clint Capella.
And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Michael Porter, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And so here's Denver. It's a 5-point game. Millsap down low. Off on the layup. Atlanta's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Young with no one around. The offensive rebound. Collins kicks to Capella. Young for 3. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Game tightening up, no problem. Put the ball in Young's hand and let the young fella go to work.
Collins comes over with the double team. Now here's Porter. T right on him. Here's Murray. Rebounded by the Hawks.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity, gone awry.
Shot by Collins, no good. Nuggets have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. It's in!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Young from outside. Porter pulls it in.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make it.
Here's Murray, and again it's Denver.
Hey, you can't just have skill and confidence to make big shots. You got to have a big ticker, too.
Young outside. Goes up with the stripe. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
So calm when the game is on the line. Young knows it's his job to bring this game home.
Jokic.
How about the big-time clutch basket from Jokic? No backup in him, despite the major pressure.
Here's Collins. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right.
So the Nuggets win it.
So you are on your way to this tournament. What's your mentality going in? How do you feel?
I do feel like I am one of the top players right now, for sure. I feel like I'm.
An aerial view of the many buildings making up this. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herter make up the back. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington. And it's House in at the 3 spot.
It's easy to see how Harden's been the league's top assist man before. I mean, he makes the special feed.
And Young kicks to Collins. And Capella the bucket on the assist by Collins.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
Left side, Westbrook. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Oh, very effective. Once he gets this close, I mean, Westbrook knows he has what it takes to capitalize.
And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. To the paint, here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Oh, and when Harden is going strong to the rim, he's looking for the throwdown, ripping the rim down hard on that one.
To the inside. Collins passes to Capella. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. The putback. The shot misses. And Houston the other way now. It's Harden with the drive. Collins grabs the miss.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Oh, nice to see Capella find the open teammate as he continues to develop his ability to create for others.
Here's Tucker. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
There's the pass to Capella. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. The Hawks shooting their first free throw of the game. Free throw no good for Capella.
The 6'10" center from Switzerland. I mean, Capella, he's become a nightly double-double threat. A strong big man.
And I don't care what his size is, you cannot forget to box him out. He's just got a nose for the ball, and he is fearless in attacking the glass.
And he finishes nicely on the layup. And it's 8 points for Clint Capella.
Oh, this first quarter couldn't be going much better for him. 4 for 5 from the field to get things cracking.
And stolen by Hunter. Collins with it. Now Covington defending. Westbrook against Young. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
Oh, golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open 3 like that.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Atlanta with the ball. The Rockets making the shot. Down low, Capella. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, I mean, really, Capella is a handful for the defense. I mean, at times you got to foul him.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Jones checked in for John Collins. Reddish comes in for DeAndre Hunter. Bembry's checked in for Kevin Herter. And it's Teagan for Trae Young. The Hawks making a switch here. Dedmon's checked in. Gordon kicks to McLemore. To the middle. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Lobbed up there for Green.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
The Hawks trail by 7. Pass to Bembry. Three-pointer. That shot misses. Eric Gordon on the wing. It'll count. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Houston Rockets bringing the quarter to a close with a... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Well, setting the pace early, aggressive mind state. I love their approach so far.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Jones is out there with Dwayne Dedmon. Then there's Teague. Then it's Reddish. And it's Bembry in at the 2. Here's Rivers following the bucket by the Hawks. Gordon dishes to Green. Dedmon with the block. And he recovers it. Now here's McLemore. Not a lot of room. And it's Gordon missing. The Hawks trail by 5. And Teague, here we go. Trying his luck from deep. It's rebounded by Houston. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's Gordon. That time on the assist by Green. Gordon's got the lead up to 7 now for Houston.
Smooth gliding down the floor. Gordon has real nice finishing ability on the break.
And Jones has it in the corner. Right side Teague. It's stolen by Carroll. Now here's Rivers. He's covered closely. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Shot clock at 6. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Jeff Teague. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Oh, they've tailored their offense around him, and let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
Here's Rivers, and the layup is good.
These buckets help Rivers get going. The defense can't allow him to get comfortable from there.
And so it's Young who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Trailing here by 8. Passes it to Bembry. Down low. It's stolen by Carroll. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And the jam by Harden.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Now, here is Young. Outside Collins. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up. Jeff Green picks one up.
Moves so well towards the rim. When Collins attacks with that kind of ferocity, puts the defense on their heels.
Houston with a big group substitution here. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Green. Robert Covington comes in for Damari Carroll. Daniel House is checked in for Eric Gordon. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Austin Rivers. Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
The defense probably had a plan for Westbrook's drive, but he's so dynamic. I mean, it all falls apart.
Out left to the wing. Collins wide open, he fires. No good from outside, got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's the break. Here's Herter. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 8. And the dunk by Westbrook.
And that's just the competitive spirit of Westbrook. He's always eager to make a statement at the rim.
We've got 1:18 left to play in the first half. Collins against Harden. Fernando, the pass to Collins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. Houston leading by 10. Westbrook surveying the D. To the paint, here's Tucker. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Yeah, with Westbrook on the ball, you can't have a hole in your defense. He's too smart to miss it.
In the corner, it's Hunter. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
Yeah, you got to be locked in at all times. Their inconsistent play is a big reason why they're losing.
McLemore's checked in for Houston. And then for Atlanta, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Bruno Fernando. And it's Teagan for Trae Young. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here.
Oh, look at him fly!
Get out the way!
He uses his finesse to get flashing. And Westbrook is an elite above the rim finisher.
And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That's foul number 2 for him. 20 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Dedmon. It's rebounded by Houston. And Tucker kicks to Westbrook. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
Oh, I mean, they can't do anything about Westbrook tonight. I mean, you tell me how to check him because I don't have an idea.
Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for the Houston Rockets. He got into double digits for the quarter. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody and every... There was no stopping Russell Westbrook in the first half. He had 16 points and that's going to do it for us here.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
He did a great job of attacking the seams, getting to the rim, and then finishing strong.
Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the small forward position. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Back to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
And throughout his career, Robert Covington, a favorite in the advanced stats community. No surprise then that a team like the Rockets valued him so highly.
Yeah, and the decision to go small made easier by his length and his ability to defend bigger players.
The Rockets making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. Reddish, he's checked in for the Hawks. Young's shot is off.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And that first quick step of Gordon, I mean, super effective at getting him space, which gets him to the rim.
Young passes to Collins. That's tipped. Capella kicks to Hunter. Young outside. 6 to shoot. Here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
Becoming a true force on the offensive glass. Love how hard Collins goes after those second chance opportunities.
Harden has a wide open look. That 3 off the mark.
Wow, that's their first shot of the half that hasn't found the mark. It's been a good start for them.
Here's Young. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
And a depth mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
Westbrook drives in, and Westbrook throws it down hard.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer it down.
Young against Harden. To the inside, and stolen by Hunter. And now here comes Collins leading the break. Now here's Reddish, defended by Covington. Young passes to Capella. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 5th assist in this one. Houston leading by 12. It's Covington on the wing. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. We were all witnesses last year to the pandemic, struck with worldwide repercussions. The NBA was no exception. The 1920 season was altered, and this season was delayed. But the league is finding a sense of solidarity and resolve under the leadership of Adam Silver. Now, sports is a microcosm of society as a whole, and we all are finding different ways to overcome this. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, D.A. Fast break, the Hawks. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
The assertiveness of Capella, when he's playing with passion inside, it forces the D to act.
The Hawks shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Damian Jones is checked in for Collins. Kevin Huerter comes in for Hunter. Andre Bembry's checked in for Reddish. And it's Teague in for Trae Young. In the corner, it's McLemore. Here's Green. Pass to Carroll. It's stolen by Capella. Here's Bembry. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Capella. And it's Carroll with the ball for Houston. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And here we go. Teague heading to the hoop. Here's Herter. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some open.
It's Carroll on the wing. The pass to McLemore. Fires the three. And Jones pulls it down. And so it's Houston sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Control the pace. Get it to the right guy at the right time. These requirements top the list if you're a good point guard.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. 4th quarter on the court for the Hawks. They've got Jones. Teague out there with Bembry. Then it's Dwayne Dedman, and it's Herter in at the 3 spot. Houston moving it around. Clock at 4. McLemore inside the line. No good from the wing.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. And it's Carroll in the corner. Back to Rivers. Green up on top. In the corner, it's McLemore. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Here's Jones. And no good. Great D that time from Green. And the call will be against Damian Jones. That's his first foul. Houston making some changes. P.J. Tucker comes in for Jeff Green. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Austin Rivers. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Dwayne Dedman. Now here's Westbrook. He's guarded closely. House dishes to Tucker. Houston needs to get a shot off. Carroll. That one off the back iron and out. And there's a whistle. That goes on Daniel House. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Rockets, Robert Covington's checked in for Damari Carroll, and it's James Harden in for Ben McLemore. And a change for the Hawks. Hunter's checked in.
Just a great job there from Teague to locate where his teammate was and get the ball to him on time.
Harden surveying the D. Left side Westbrook. Kicks it out to Harden. Lets it go from deep. Fernando pulls it in. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That'll be his second foul of the game. For the Hawks, John Collins comes in for Jones. And Trae Young subbed in for Jeff Teague.
Come to me.
Pass to Herter.
I'm open.
Back to Young. Fires for 3. But they'll get another chance. Lets it go with the 3. Rockets with the rebound. On the wing, Harden, defended by Young. Passes it to Westbrook. And it's blocked. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And clearly, Lloyd Pierce wants to talk things over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Russell Westbrook.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, Lloyd Pierce talked with his team during that last time out. and he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive, and you've got to battle to get back in this thing. See if that pep talk got him going, guys.
Well, this is what Capella does. I mean, an active rebounder who hits the offensive glass with force.
Harden draws the double. A bit under 3.5 minutes of...
That's a great dunk!
Freakish, athletically.
Wow.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. Superb athlete.
And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Danuel House. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Outside Westbrook. And he converts the layup. And it's a 10-point Rocket lead.
Oh, showing the muscle right there. I love how Westbrook takes on all comers when he's trying to score.
To the left side wing. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. .103 left in the game.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Houston.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Russell Westbrook.
No fatigue in this fella tonight. Tireless. Grinding out every possession and leading their offense.
So it's the Rockets now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
That's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
The Hawks again can't hit. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. 17 points was their biggest margin. Outside Westbrook. Beyond the arc. And that one is off. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
a lot of people struggle to shoot the ball this year, I feel like. And I felt like that's been one of my strong suits all year long. So I think that gives me an advantage there.
The beautiful skyline of Denver and the Houston Rockets starting five. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. PJ Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the 3 slot. And for the Nuggets, the backcourt is Murray and Harris. At the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. And it's Jokic in at the center position. Now here's Westbrook. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said.
I don't think the timing could have been any better as Russell Westbrook does a great job of taking advantage of the defense.
Barton outside. Clock at 6. Right side Millsap. Shot from the wing. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And now just over a minute played here in the first.
You dig down deep at some of the numbers. Jokic is a much better defender than what he gets credit for. I think we always think about athleticism around rim protection, but sometimes it's just about size and smarts, and he has that.
And the technical free throw is good. And Jokic likes physical play. Brent, he embraces the contact.
Well, you look at his physique, and I think he can absorb a lot of what it is that comes his way. But he's comfortable wrestling. He's got brothers. He knows what that's like. And he also loves to mess around with those press conference microphones, as we see.
Now, here is Harden. Rejected by Harris.
Well, good reflexes there as Harris wasn't going to let that one go by.
It's Millsap with the drive, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Almost perfect in the game to start, 3 of 4.
Houston shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. Free throw good, Westbrook.
Well, a familiar sight. Westbrook gets his way back to the free throw line. I mean, the way he attacks his opponent, they're going to be forced to foul him time and time again.
Murray, no good.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Denver with the ball. The Rockets making the shot. They grab their own miss. And Tiny gets the jumper to fall.
And Jamal Murray showing that he's capable moving without the ball to find some points.
Inside, here's Westbrook. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Harris outside. To the middle. Here's Jokic, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
The playmaking of Jokic, so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, and proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defenses because you can't stop the center from making these kind of plays.
The Nuggets trail by 9. And here is Morris. Passes it to Craig. Jokic trying to free himself up. Another shot, and he lays it up and in.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Rivers against Morris. Down low. Pass to McLemore. Back to Tucker. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Plumlee's checked in. Damari Carroll's checked in for the Rockets. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Here is Porter after Jeff Green's bucket. Good work there as it goes.
And Porter's height and length around the basket is going to help him create opportunities to score.
54 seconds left here in the opening quarter. The pass to McLemore from the arc. Can't hit that one. And Denver the other way now. Porter passes to Grant. Wants to get it to Morris and does. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. 7-point differential. Gordon inside. He's guarded by Plumlee. Nuggets have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Rockets leading by 7. Lobbed up there for Green.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. To the inside. It's stolen by Carroll. Here's McLemore. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
An active player who just takes pride in his defense. Porter is solid at contesting shots with that reach.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a numbers standpoint?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
And so in the game for the Rockets, Rivers out there with Ben McLemore. Then there's Gordon, and it's Green, and it's Carroll in at the 4. Now here's Rivers, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
Well, he does not lack for confidence, does Austin Rivers. He plays with a huge chip on his shoulder.
You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Here is Plumlee following the basket by Russell Westbrook.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Murray dishes to Barton. And another miss by Denver. Houston leading by 13.
You think about the 40th pick back in 2012. Will Barton languished on the bench in Portland for his first 2 seasons, actually 2.5. And then that trade to Denver, boy, that jump-started everything.
Here is House. This is the most they've led by 13 points.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Here's Harden. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
And with the Nuggets, Barton becoming an immediate contributor. And Brent, in recent seasons, they're started at the small forward.
Yeah, he's an interesting player. He's a slender and slightly built player, but excellent at getting out there and rebounding, a tremendous runner at the wing position to play in transition. And that wingspan certainly helps out on a lot of plays, both offensively and defensively.
And here are the Rockets now. After the miss from Mason Plumlee, Covington's shot is off.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Here is Harden. 10 points for him. And Gary Harris is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Jokic is checked in. And a switch here also for Houston. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for DeMarre Carroll. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now, here's Jokic over Westbrook, and that one's good. Jokic.
Yeah, Jokic did a nice job positioning himself down in the paint. Usually he's at the top of the key, but this time knew where he wanted to get the ball. Shot it on the inside and scored.
Here's Tucker. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. The shot's good from Westbrook.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Barton finds Millsap. From deep. Jokic. It's good on the putback.
Well, Jokic is big, Jokic is long, and he does a great job there of corralling that ball and taking advantage of his length.
Got a piece of it. Millsap with the steal. And it's Barton that time on the assist by Jokic. Barton's got his first points in this one.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Here's Murray following the basket by Russell Westbrook.
Well, if Murray gets his slashing game together like that, that's a good sign for his offense. Love how confident he is.
Pass to Westbrook. Covington in the corner. Houston moving it around. It's good. And 12 points for James Harden.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
For three, Millsap. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, Jokic getting up there to the rim. Teammates love to see him doing that.
Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Morris comes in for Jamal Murray. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Houston. Jokic against Harden. The jump hook. Bank shot. No good. And Tucker kicks to Westbrook. And the call will be against Harris. And that'll be his third foul so far. Harden with it. With one on the clock. And the jam by Harden.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this felt...
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Rockets lead by...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to... James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 16 points, 4 assists. And that'll do it.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. And it's Murray in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Barton. Drops in the layup for 2.
Will Barton actually showing signs of strength, willing to take those shots. You know, the defense is all over him.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 9. Makes it off the glass. Westbrook's got 11.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
That one good for 2.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
And after establishing himself as a key player in Denver, Gary Harris's play trailing off the last couple seasons. Greg, what's your read there?
I really feel like, Kevin, injuries have played a part, an extended cold streak, but the Nuggets didn't lose faith. He helped build their success over the years, and they consider him a key piece moving forward as well.
Millsap passes to Harris. That's good, and it's Millsap with the assist.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And it's Harden with the ball for Houston. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Here's Westbrook. Feeds it to Tucker. Here's Harden on the wing. Drains it from beyond the arc. Harden's got 19 points.
And he's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
And Jokic throws it down.
Good decision-making with the ball in his hands for Paul Millsap. That's a terrific beat.
Harris against Westbrook. Kicks it out to Harden. Launches it. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. Plumlee is checked in for the Nuggets. The Rockets also changing it up. Damari Carroll's checked in for Robert Covington. Gordon comes in for Daniel House. And it's Rivers in for James Harden. Murray lays it up and banks it in. He's got 8.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Westbrook passes to Carroll. To the paint, here's Tucker, and it's sent back by Jokic.
Yeah, you like when Jokic is this active on the defensive end. More blocks, please.
5 to shoot, and there's the defensive 3-second call. The Rockets shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season.
Oh,
I was
goodness.
Championship night, I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Didn't miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, ouch.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into easy points.
And Grant with a nice heads-up play, willing to make the next pass.
Green, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Rivers dishes to Green. Ball's knocked loose. And pushing it up, here's Denver. It's good, and the Rocket lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Morris.
And they have picked it up offensively here in the second half. Ball movement, getting high percentage shots, you can definitely see a difference.
Now here's Carroll. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Rivers can't get it to go. Nuggets have gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the third quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on. Back to Porter. Hangs in the air, and he sinks the layup. Porter's got it back down to single digits for the Nuggets.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Gordon finds Rivers. Now here's Green, guarded closer. They're running. Here's Craig. Gets a hand on it. It's good on the putback. Morris has got 7 now in this quarter.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back to the action after this word. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. They've got Gordon. Ben McLemore is out there with Harden. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Green in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Right side, Porter. Back to Grant. And foul on the shot. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Torrey Craig. Will Barton comes in for Michael Porter. And Murray subbed in for Morris. Harden against Murray. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Harris is checked in for Jeremy Grant. The Nuggets trail by 7. On the wing, Harris passes to Jokic. Denver passing it around. Barton, wide open, he fires. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. 7 points for Will Barton.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And the technical free throw is good.
And really, on top of all else Harden does for you at this end, he's a tremendous free throw shooter, around 85% for his career. Clutch.
And stolen by Murray. And now the Nuggets, fast break. It's good, and the Rocket lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Barton.
Pretty good instincts right there from Harris. He sees the defense moving, and then he just spotted the open guy.
Harden finds Westbrook. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
And Murray's got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. Harris outside. And here's Millsap from the arc. And again, Denver with the triple.
Well, this offense could be so much more lethal if Paul Millsap's stepping out and drilling threes.
Westbrook surveying the D. Covington in the corner. Millsap with the steal. Barton outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists in the game. Pass to to Tucker. Outside Westbrook. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. And here's Harden for three. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
The game now all time.
He's simply staying aggressive right now, and Jokic is ready to shoot at the biggest moments.
Harden kicks it to Tucker. The pass to Westbrook. Harden outside. Here's the three. It's hauled in by Harris.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Jamal Murray wants it, and he got it.
Here's Westbrook. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Well, he's been in these spots before, and you can see Westbrook wants it and comes through.
Stolen by Westbrook. Harden with it. Now defended by Jokic. And it's sent back by Jokic. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Here's Barton. The putback. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Barton's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nuggets. Harden has a wide open look. And it's off from three-point range. And it's the Nuggets ball. They're on an 18-7 run. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, I not only like the attack, but I love the angle of attack from Jamal Murray that time.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
And just like that, this game is a 2-possession affair.
To the middle, here's Westbrook. Count!
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Westbrook against Murray. Millsap in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Trying to find Murray, and he gets it to him. Yes!
Yeah, this game is not over when Jamal Murray is still able to play.
Here's Westbrook. Yes!
It's a certain mindset right now to want the ball at the end of games, and Westbrook has it.
Money!
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Well, hard work pays off, and there might not be a better example if you look that up in the dictionary. There could very well be a picture of Paul Millsap. He's made himself into a star in the NBA. That last one was a difference maker. It pushed it from a 2-point lead to 3.
Timeout called. The Rockets. They're down by 3. Just 4 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Jamal Murray.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
So it's the Nuggets taking...
to go your way all the time. You know, even there's a lot of things out of your control, just like in real basketball, though. So my main thing is, how do I face adversity when it hits, and how do I?
And with
hey, Kevin,
they're fun to watch, DA. Thanks. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. And it's Murray in at the point. And for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here is Harris. Double team on Millsap. Jokic with it and guarded by Capella. Millsap misses.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Kicks it out to Collins. Young from outside. Capella, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
The feed now to Millsap. The kick out to Barton. Millsap inside. He's guarded by Collins. Back to Barton. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And for a long time, Atlanta had been searching for a legitimate center. Seems like they found their guy in Clint Capella.
Yes, and Clint Capella is limited offensively, but that's not his job. What Clint Capella does do, he does very well. He's a terrific rebounder, and he will have a lot of room to finish at the rim, as he does with power.
The drive by Jokic, and it's Millsap with the extra effort.
The big thing is that Millsap is attacking, trying to make plays for this team.
Young with no one around. And again, it's Atlanta.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And early on, if you're him, you just want to see the ball go through the net and get into some kind of rhythm.
The Hawks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And Atlanta calls their first timeout of the game.
And Kevin Huerter, a young player and a big part of this team's future. He keeps trying to add to his game.
And the area I love that he's improved, I think the most and needs to, is his ball handling. Doesn't have to only look for shots outside. He can attack the rim. He's also is more willing to take the lead in transition and create for others.
Passes it to Herter. To the inside. Just 5 on the clock. Inside. Murray, the pass to Millsap. Out to Harris. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by Harris.
A rugged finish from Millsap, undeterred by the defense.
Here's Atlanta. Now, here is Young.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Reddish, he's checked in for Kevin Huerter. And then for Denver, Porter's checked in for Barton. And it's Torrey Craig in for Harris. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
A different look for Denver. Jeremy Grant comes in for Paul Millsap. And Morris subbed in for Murray.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
And the shot goes in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
At the top of the key, Capella. Right side, Collins. Oh, and he pucks it off the glass. Wow. Morris outside. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball.
Excellent feel and timing. Collins does a good job of protecting the rim.
Hunter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Porter.
And Smitty, if I'm coaching DeAndre Hunter, I'm making him watch nothing but tape of Kawhi Leonard. He has that type of body and can aim to be that kind of player.
GA, I totally agree. Both were lauded as mostly defensive players as rookies. Hunter showed he has some shiftiness to his game offensively. I think he has a chance to be on the same level at the end of the day as Kawhi Leonard. No harm in having that as a goal.
Atlanta making a switch here. Dedmon's checked in. There's a minute 34 left in the first quarter. Right side, Porter. Pass to Plumlee. And Jones sends it back. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Teague with the ball. And it's slammed in by Teague.
And with the way Teague can move in the open floor, there is just no way to prevent him from getting points on a fast break.
Pass to Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here's Teague. Plumlee with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Porter. And finished off by Porter.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it.
Teague, the pass to Jones. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two.
And here are the Nuggets now. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Denver. Here's Morris. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Teague feeling it out a bit. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, Jeff Teague is one of the tougher players in the league despite his size, and he did a good job finishing through the contact.
Craig passes to Plumlee.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Nuggets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. That's good from Plumlee. Both teams will make substitutions. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Here we go, one-on-one. The shot by Reddish, no good. Grant in the post. Count that bucket.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Nuggets lead by 3. We'll be back. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
We've got Teague. Bembry out there with Dwayne Dedmon. And it's Fernando in at the 4-man position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks.
Well, you know, he was once the future of the Hawks guard spot. But now Jeff Teague has returned to the team as a backup to the new face of the franchise.
You know, GA, Jeff Teague's going to be comfortable with any role he's given. Right now, running the second unit might be the best use of his skill set at this stage. But what I like, you can play the two together, him and Trae Young, and take ball handling duties away from Trae and let him spot up and shoot it.
Here's Herter. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Murray outside. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Collins checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. DeAndre Hunter comes in for DeAndre Bembry. And Trae Young subbed in for Teague. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid-30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with the hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
Young against Murray. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
I just love Trae Young's feel for the game. Oftentimes, he can see the play develop before anyone else.
Murray, no good.
Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
And finish off by Collins.
Beautiful catch and flush by Collins, a high flyer who attacks the rim with purpose.
Here's Murray up on top, defended by Young. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another beforehand.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Down low, Jokic with the steal. And here we go, Murray heading to the hoop. Rejected by Young.
You might ask, how is Trae Young blocking shots? The awareness and the activity level. That's how.
Basket good. And the Hawks lead by 2. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Young from outside. Here's Capella. Kicks it out to Collins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And a deep 3 from Young. That shot off. And it's Denver the other way. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Murray. And that one hits back iron.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Collins dishes to Capella. Millsap against Collins. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Stolen by Collins. And here we go again. Atlanta on the break. Millsap with the steal. And here's the fast break. Millsap leading the way. Knocked away. And stolen by Hunter. Collins with it. Now guarded by Barton. Rejected by Harris. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Millsap from the arc. Rebound Atlanta. And it's the Hawks ball. They're on a 14-5 run. And here's Young from the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. Young's got 5 now.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Capella. Here's Collins. And finish off by Collins.
Look at the pass from Hunter, wanting to get his teammates involved.
And the first half is now in the books. Hawks ahead as they wrap up a second. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. And this Hawks team still learning on the fly. Hawks learning on the fly. And that's...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. One of the stories here, John Collins getting it done today.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Why go away from something that's working? Force the defense to prove that they can stop it.
Taking a look at the Nuggets. At the forward spots, it's Barton and Millsap. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Jokic in at the center, filling out the middle. It's Young on the wing. He's covered by Murray. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Atlanta shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
It's very interesting. Kevin Huerter projects to be a shooter, but he's so inconsistent from the free throw line.
Here's Collins. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Capella's got the lead up to 12 now for Atlanta.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Denver passing it around. Now the pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
It's Young on the wing. 5 points in the game. For Atlanta, they have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
You know what? You forget that he's small in stature. Trae Young's skill set is exactly what every team is looking for.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Wayne Dedmon comes in for Clint Capella. And Bruno Fernando subbed in for John Collins.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Atlanta leading by 9. Here's Young. At the tip, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Fernando's got 6 points.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Young against Murray. To the inside, Fernando. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. He's got 8.
So dangerous in the pick and roll. Trae makes quick reads and great decisions.
It's good, and the Hawks lead has got back down to single digits on a much-needed basket there from Jokic.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Young from deep three-point range. No good on the triple.
He really can't buy a bucket, but his teammates have his back.
Barton, wide open, he fires. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
They found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
Now Young, 6 points for him. Passes it to Fernando. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Young with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Goes up. Hunter, no good. The Nuggets trail by 7. Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Can't allow Murray to beat you to the rack. He really turns on the Jets in the open floor.
Murray against Young. To the middle, Fernando. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
Playing at his tempo, his pace, he's been dialed in all night.
Young outside, takes a 3. With the second effort, here's Dedmon. The putback, great positioning on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 9.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Pass to Jokic. It's Dedmon with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. To the wing on the left. Inside. Here's Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
And you can see the potential that Labissiere has, an explosive player who's surprisingly quick for his size.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Morris passes to Grant. Plumlee. It's good on the putback.
And those are exactly the kinds of plays that can spark a team. Just solid work down in the paint.
Teague against Morris. And Jones slams it in.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
Porter kicks to Grant. Back to Porter. A steal. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Feeds to Jones. Plumlee with the steal. That will count. And that one released in time, but no good. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The Nuggets trail by 9. Teague out there with Bembry. Then it's Reddish. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Jones in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
You're totally right. That can be a shot in the arm for them. A spark that turned things around.
And he gets it to go. And the Hawks lead by 9.
Just a great job there from Teague to locate where his teammate was and get the ball to him on time.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Collins checked in for the Hawks. And there's the feed to Grant. And it's John Collins with the rebound. Collins has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. And there's the foul. It's on Torrey Craig. That's foul number 2 for him. Morris against Teague. Capella with it. The Nuggets trail by 11. That's good from Porter on the assist by Grant.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Teague kicks to Collins. Pass to Capella. Takes the 13-footer. And Collins is right there.
He's a terror on the offensive glass. You don't have to run plays for Collins for him to score.
Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Here's Craig. Rebound Atlanta. Capella's got 6 rebounds in the game. To the paint, here's Collins. And finish off by Collins.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
free throw good for Morris. So for the Hawks, DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Reddish. Kevin Huerter comes in for DeAndre Bembry. And Trae Young subbed in for Jeff Teague. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Millsap comes in for Jeremy Grant. Martin's checked in for Michael Porter. And it's Gary Harris in for Torrey Craig. And Morris has got the ball here for the Nuggets. It's a 13-point game. And the basket is good. Morris has got 6 points in the quarter. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Young outside. From deep three-point range, drains the three-pointer. Young's got the lead up to 14 now for Atlanta.
At Trae Young's size, when he's easily sinking shots from that distance, it's hard not to compare him to Steph Curry. High percentage look. This is what your offense is designed to do.
Young taking his time here. And it's Denver with the rebound. Left side, Harris. And the pass to Millsap. From deep. Rebounded by the Hawks. Capella's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Atlanta leading by 12. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. Young outside. Again, Young missing.
Just not feeling it from beyond the arc. Sometimes that happens. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Atlanta.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Trae Young.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm, and that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
For three, Harris. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. The clock now can just run out for the Hawks. Young for three, and the three ball is good. And the Hawks lead by 15.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Here's Huerter. It's good.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.